What's clapping, everybody? Welcome to Anime Intervention. I am your host, BMG, here with my co-host, Clean Beam.
So what you
What's clapping, dog? We are here today for episode 46. This episode is specifically regarding the physiques of men in anime. Low-key, probably should have included women. Now that
No,
I
I
think about
included
it,
some.
you include women?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
I actually have no men on my list. But before we continue, this episode was crafted, delectably crafted, by your boy Clean Bean. And there's a reason why this is the case, okay? Because Clean Bean's been working out in the gym
That I
a
have.
lot, a lot.
I'm getting my shit rocked. I'm not gonna hold
Bro's getting dogged to the point where he is sore. I'm pretty sure he barely was able to move to get down to the couch today. Um, but he's here and he's ready to talk about this specific topic, which we've had cultivated for you. Now, before we continue, best physique is almost obviously subjective in a way, right? But like,
you.
I think there's more to it than that. People automatically, there's a lot of people who automatically assume that it has to do with big muscles. I don't think that's the case. I think there's more to it than that. And that's why I'm gonna pass it over to you because you the expert here. What's the deal with this?
Hmm. When it comes to different physiques and like styles, sometimes it depends on a person's profession or sport that they play that can define certain physiques and muscle definition. Like you look at a swimmer, they got the broad shoulders, big back and everything like that. You look at a soccer player, they got strong calves and strong legs. Look at a sprinter, they got big giant quads
True.
to help with explosiveness. It's just crazy. Or even like a bodybuilder, obviously they get some of them really focus on biceps and triceps and their
Hmm.
forearms, basically the whole and chest too.
Right,
Upper
right.
body is a whole thing with them, and when you have those different distinctions, sometimes it's hard for us to like label as what's the best physique right here. Or we
Hmm.
look at people like, oh, you're so swole, or like, you're so big and massive, like, but some people might not think that's the best physique, quote unquote.
True.
Honestly, it's all subjective, like you said, and I think the same exact thing too. Like it's all subjective. There are people that they go in the gym and they train their muscles, but completely neglect their core, or others that they do their core completely neglect their muscles.
Hmm.
It's it's interesting. Obviously, people have mentioned genetics as well as like a basically a facet of like how you would gain certain muscle, or like oh how fast you would obtain that physique,
Like a
but
baseline.
like a baseline exactly.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense.
I feel like it's definitely a good idea for you to look at different aspects because you like to see what different body types look like on other people,
No,
rather than just one subjective. Oh, you just got to be beefy
yeah, no,
type of thing.
yeah, and I think that's a really important distinction because you could have a body that's not beefy at all and it's like the perfect physique, um, close enough to the perfect physique. Yeah, I guess you can describe it as that, obviously, with it being subjective and all that.
Mhm.
But what do you moving into the list here? I know that this technically this episode is very masculine coded, obviously because physique, anything physique related, tends to be more masculine focused. But yo, all women's allowed as well. Okay. What do you think of physique comparisons when it comes to men and women? Like uh the male sort of the male gaze, yes, but also the woman gaze, what people are actually interested in developing as, you know, within their specific areas of development for gender. I'm sure women are not looking to get big and buff. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's some who are, but I feel like majority of them who are hitting the gym are definitely not doing that. So, before we
Mhm.
jump into the list that we have here, what do you think about that?
I think you should not give a fuck. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think you should
Yo.
care about. Oh well, my arms are getting a little too beefy. What? The what? So what are you talking about? Um, Look, I get it. You want to get your own desired physique, okay? You want to have it, pictured in your mind, but you getting bigger arms is not gonna, you know, determine how beautiful you are as a person, okay? I think people need to get nip that out the bud. Like if you go to the gym, you're going there for I mean, multiple different reasons, but the main reason should be for health, should
True.
be for getting in shape and for obtaining a goal. If you want to build muscle, right, then you're gonna build most muscle. You gotta focus. You gotta, proper diet, proper sleep. You gotta train, right? You gotta be consistent. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta go to the gym even when you don't freaking feel like it. And yes, you're gonna be training different parts of your area that you probably haven't even trained before. Shit, when I was doing rear delts, I was like, what in the world is this?
The rear delts.
What,
What
huh?
what muscle is this?
What muscle is that?
But that's definitely a muscle that these anime characters be working out for sure. Because I'm like, dog, I be seeing that thing bulging.
Absolutely. You'd be thinking like, what in the world's happening? But I want people to get outside of their comfort zone, because just because you work on certain arms doesn't mean that you're gonna be, oh, I'm gonna be all beefy like the, I don't know, a bodybuilder.
Mm.
I don't expect to be as beefy as a bodybuilder, but I expect to try to get my arm as defined as possible. Like, look at my arm. My
Mm.
arm's not that defined.
No, I understand
It's
completely.
it's not that defined,
No,
right?
I understand.
But I'm still working. I'm still gonna go to that gym. I'm still gonna put in that work when I need to. That's it.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll go first then.
Okay.
So I've had a idea, so to speak. I think we should definitely list off the anime characters that we have here and talk about them and what we like about them, especially their physique. But at the end, we should sort of create maybe like a small list of the best physiques, like the legit best physiques, like the top five that we think would be the optimal, not just optimal, but like just perfect physiques. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm gonna start first with Baki. Okay. Now, Baki, I mean, I don't really have to go too much into detail with Baki, especially if you watched it. But if you haven't watched Baki, okay, he he's a martial artist because his dad was a martial artist, and he was training to be the strongest. And in order to train to be the strongest, he had to fight hundreds of people at one time. Like he was capable of literally taking on entire groups of people. Okay, and he was a kid. He was like maybe 10, 8, 10, or something like that, maybe 13, something like that. He was
Mm.
taking on groups of hoodlums and destroying them like it was nothing. Snap of a finger. And now, even as a child, you do see that his physique is very even it's he's a small kid. It's very compact, right?
Mm.
But still you could see the muscles on him and it was very defined. Also, he continued to train to he's trying to catch up to his father and not just impress his father, but his father ends up killing his mother, so he has to chase him for revenge.
Mm.
Yujiro Hama, which I'll get into, but his body, especially later on in the series, is like I would say one of the most sought after physiques even in real life. Because of the fact that he is not so big, like he's big for his size, yes, but he's not like, oh, his shirts are literally just tearing as soon as he puts one on. You know what I mean? No, he's good. And now we could talk about his father.
Mm.
That's the complete opposite.
He's-
Yujiro Hama is the complete opposite of Bak. Not the complete opposite. They're both strong as hell. They're both, they're related to each other. But I'm talking about in terms of size, like there is no comparison there because Yujiro is literally like twice the size of Baki, if not three times the size. Practically looks down at him. His body's so buff and his back is so defined. Apparently, I guess it's a Hama thing because Baki's back is just like it, but his back is so defined that it looks like a demon's face.
all right, all right.
Like,
First of all, girls, but second of all, I'm still intrigued at the same time. Like,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
like it's crazy, and obviously it's only a Hama thing, but just just watching the show and like seeing that and seeing all these different bodies and it's all the men in there, a lot of the men. It's a very masculine show, low key, um, actually high key, but all of the testosterone that's in that show, it's heavy. Like the bodies are built really, really well. So honestly, you could pluck out any characters from that show and be like, okay, this is the optimal and best physique, but I always lean towards Baki because Baki was always smaller than everybody else. And I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is specifically targeting the men here,
No.
specifically the men.
Mm,
Do do you want to be bigger or do you want to be more lean? Baki seems like he's the balance of both of that. So I wanted to bring that up. Now, Yujiro, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. He's the bigger dude. He's on my list as list of best physiques, but not for that reason because of the fact that, people would like to be like Yujiro because they wouldn't.
mm.
Because bro, he's massive and he his back is crazy. Um, I think that his is the most iconic physique because throughout anime you see everybody's physiques and it's just the same thing. I'm not saying like oh same thing, but like oh biceps huge,
Mm.
chest pecs are out, like 6 pack, 8 pack, 10 pack for some reason, calves so buff that like he could break a brick just by standing next to it, things like that. It's like it's just the average, it's just the expected, right? Oh, this man's cold. But when you start hearing about your back has a demon's face on it, then it's like all right, you could take it.
Yeah, that's
You
a
could
bit
take it.
crazy. Like, cause everyone has like the standard Texas Roadhouse rules of a freaking nabs,
Yeah, exactly.
but kind of the back of the Dean face, I was like, what you got going on there, bro? Hmm?
Exactly. But I'll leave that there. Only because there are a lot of characters in Baki that I think do deserve to be called out for that reason, especially Oliver. I think it's Oliver, but I think they call him Oliver. Maybe it's Oliver. But he's I think is he Cuban? I don't know, but he's
I think so.
you have to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. You have to watch the show because the backstory of this guy is so funny. He's so powerful that he lives in a prison because he works with the not the, with the White House, but basically the government lets him stay inside the prison. But in the prison, he has like a suite, and he controls all the entire prison. He's basically the boss of the prison,
He's the
but he's
warden.
also an inmate.
Wait. So he's the warden, but an inmate at the same time.
Basically, and then he can walk out and leave whenever he wants to. And I guess the trade off is that, um, if he helps the government like get these certain criminals, like high ranking criminals, then yeah, you're good to go. You have free roam basically.
I mean, it's
But it's
pretty
yeah, it's cool.
decent. Trade.
But his body's like big, like he's as big as Yujiro.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
but I wouldn't want his body. So I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
Hmm. Um. What's interesting is that I'm gonna bring up this physique because I feel like this is like a set standard physique to start from. Midoriya.
Hmm.
Like
Okay.
that's he's pretty much put his body to the test. Like, we saw from the like beginning when he inherited All Might's powers. Like he was, obviously skinny, very weak, could not withstand, pain and strain on his wear and tear on his body.
Hmm.
And he started to develop while pushing that trash on the freaking beach all the way, clearing it.
Yeah.
And just from that, you could already tell his
His
physique
body.
was already getting to that point. Like, oh my goodness! And it started to develop as you obviously compounded the quirks, and as time progressed, you see that his full physique became like just defined and not just um how do I say this, like
Not just big,
raw. Yeah.
raw. Well, see, that's the thing. I like the fact that the all for one ability. Oh no, one for all ability. My bad. Wrong one. Sorry.
Mhm.
The one for all ability is it's not as if it's like a one and done. Oh, you're just strong as hell. You have to be able to control that power. In order to do that, you have to train your body to do that. And I think Midoriya being put in that position, you get to see him actually develop his body into a physique that's compatible with one for all, which is it's hard to do.
I was always wondering about that thing too, like when the concept of your body can handle, your arms would shoot right off, like your limbs. It's like that's crazy. because I think about certain stuff like that in actual, like, building muscle. Apparently, you gotta build up your tendons as well
Mhm.
when it comes to muscle building. Because if you build up your muscles to the point where your tendons can't, withstand the growth of your muscles, then you can, injure or potentially injure yourself. That is an interesting thing to consider. I wonder if they thought about that while, thinking of the drawbacks of one for all. It's a possibility.
That it's possible. Yeah, I never actually like looked into what the research practices were like making the story, but I do think that that would probably play a role maybe in like the type of training that he was doing, or maybe he was just training every single muscle in his body anyway, so it just worked out that way.
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean, honestly, I feel like the same thing. You're right. It's probably that low key goes for everything. Like, um, every now and then, especially when I'm skating, my knees, especially my right knee, is like the worst. It's not even like it's like, oh, you're about to be 30 this year, so obviously your knee pain is there. No, this is a different type of knee pain that I've been dealing with for like years and years and years. Um, After like skating for a long period of time and like going down low, that's when I start to feel it because it's got to be tendon related because it's in the knees, right? It's got to be cartilage, everything like that. And my friend Alex, our friend Alex, he telling us that strengthening the knees is really important. So like same thing, same thing. So
Then
you're
I would
correct.
probably like go onto a wall sit, not to the point where like you're like this, but more like your bottom half is like touching, not touching the ground, but to the point where you're only using your tippy toes,
Mm-hmm.
and like you're in like a deep squat almost in a way.
That
So
helps.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'll give that a shot. Continue.
I shall continue. We have, you know what? I'm just gonna get this out the way, Broly. I'm gonna get this out the way because
No, that's a good point.
when you get named, when the word brolic comes
Uh,
from your damn name, yeah. You best believe
and
you built
for
different.
that reason, I'm gonna have to put him on my. Yep, there we go. Cool.
I don't even care that the fact that he's not, whatever, however freaking tall, 9 foot, 11 foot. I don't know how freaking tall he is, but
It's tall.
basically not human like type of physique. However, if you look at him just from the sole purposes of like muscle definition and just raw freaking power too, yeah, his physique is like top tier.
It is kind of synergized too if you look at it. Like there's some balance to it, even though he's really big. There is some balance to it
Yeah, it's not like a mismatch of freaking legs and calves. Like
because
it.
like compare it to you remember that the version of Super Saiyan where they were extra buff.
Mm,
It was the I forgot what it was called, but it was between Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. It was a type of Super Saiyan where they were like literally, I guess, condensing their energy into their muscles almost, and their muscles were just so big. So they were just stocky, but they
yeah,
were slower. You know what I mean? That's like a physique that like you wouldn't want to have, but Broly doesn't have that physique. He has something a little more balanced, but still
yes.
big. Yeah.
He's big but balanced at the same time. You have the speed and the strength along with the durability hand in hand. So you don't have to worry about like, oh, okay, well, I'm lacking in certain areas. No, this man's just beefy everywhere for no freaking reason.
Just beefy.
Built like a freaking cow. Like I don't understand. Jesus. Um.
I mean, the entire Dragon Ball universe is definitely filled to the brim with physiques that I feel like people would like to have, maybe. I think I'm on my list, right? I have Goku on that list, but the reason why I put him there is because Goku has one of those very subtle physiques, subtle like high end physiques, because he's not like he's wearing the outfit, right? He's wearing his gi, right?
mm,
But you see his arms, and his arms are defined, but they don't look crazy big. They're just like defined and well, you know, chiseled almost. Like if you were to see him
mm,
shirtless, he looks like a chiseled statue. So I do think that his physique is something that people would like they would go for in real life. But even in the anime space, like he has a chiseled form.
mm. That's true. He does have a chisel form. Um. That is one physique. Definitely, everyone has probably tried to go
Exactly.
get at least once.
I feel like
So
that's the motivation for working out some of these days, bro.
yeah. Let me continue on with this list though. Well,
Yeah.
Burley, yeah, top tier. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do?
Mm.
You know Ghislaine from
Gillian. Yeah.
Shoko Tensei? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that I'm sorry.
I mean, furry. No, let me stop. But yeah, go right
Yeah.
ahead.
From the first moment that she popped on screen, I was like, oh, oh shit.
It's like that.
Yeah, it's like that. Like, you're beefy. You're clearly you got a toned ass freaking core. Um, your your sword is like magnificent, like swordplay, swordsmanship,
And she's
and
not even like massive, so to speak. She's just, I mean, she's big, yeah, but
but
she's
it's
not
just
like, she's really toned and really defined.
tone and like tone.
Like you can tell she trained for like years
Yeah, I'm
for that
talking
body.
from calves to thighs to even glutes to abs to arms to
Mm.
shoulders to the fuck.
Nah, you're right.
I'm over here looking like shit. Like how much can you bench? How much can you squat? How much can you like teach me, please? Because damn. Um, yeah, it was between her
Hmm.
and I would say Miracle that I was looking at. I'm like, why is
Oh.
it every single time I'm always like, yo, this peak. This is every single time you come in with a dark skin, has perfect physique, um, thighs are like extra big and like looks like they can squat a freaking truck.
Hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? Honestly, I'm here for it. Like,
We're
I
all here
appreciate
for it.
y'all for giving them like defined legs, like, cause
That's what it's for.
I'm trying to get my legs defined too.
That's what it's for. Define legs. That so it's funny because I'm bringing up Miracle because I know that um because of her quirk, it almost seems like she has to have defined legs, right?
She
Because
has to.
she's just literally a bunny, basically. Like she could just like hop, boom. And I feel like you just have to have those defined legs. So because of that, you're correct.
Mm,
But I think people would aim for a body like hers.
I
They
feel like
probably
that
aim
too.
for a body like hers over Gilhane, only because Gilhane seems a little more stockier than her.
Hmm.
I don't know if you agree.
I feel like I do agree in that sense. Because a lot of girls do tend to focus on the thighs and then also the glutes when it comes to like building up that muscle. Um,
And just making their butt look better.
and well, that too. Majority of them though, they do actually tend to squat a lot more than sometimes the average male. Like if you do like the average man and then the average woman in terms of squatting or like leg press, yeah, I'm pretty positive the average woman might beat the average man. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, that's
Because
fair. Because I feel like that
they,
more men, they focus on arms
yeah, majority of them
and upper
focus on
body.
arms. They not really going to the leg press and like putting on 3 plates each side or 4 plates each side and then squatting that. I've seen girls put on freaking 4 plates, some of them freaking five on each side. I'm looking at them like, who are you fighting?
Who are you training to beat?
Who are you training to be? Who are you going to drop kick into the face? Like, I'm so confused, but intrigued at the same time. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, they definitely be training them legs. Like, it's crazy.
That's so, it's so funny because it's like, I don't want to say it, but I know for a fact. I mean, appearance definitely means a lot for both men and for women, especially. Um, okay, now I'm not saying that like that's the primary focus because obviously people want to be healthy. Um,
Mm.
but you could say that appearance is sort of that bonus that people are aiming for.
Oh yeah,
Like they want to look good. They want to feel good, yes, but they also want to look good. And for most women, I believe they also want their body to basically look T, bro. They want it to be they
yeah,
when they see these bodies of other women in the world and how defined certain features are that make a woman look good, they're gonna aim for the workouts that make that specific body part look good.
yes.
So,
Men do the same exact thing. They want the V shapes. They want
mhm.
the broad shoulders. They want the the big biceps, triceps, right? And then the defined waist. The obliques are going to be like chiseled and off to the side, no love handles, and then have like a that bread, that banana peel,
That told you.
that toji type of thing.
That told you.
That is definitely something I would probably strive for too. That V shape thing. Um, it is one of the most, I guess, iconic and appealing to the masses when it comes to what your ideal body type would be for male. And
Mm.
then for women, I don't know like their specific ideal, but I do know for a fact that their thighs and glutes would be very highly toned, because that's something I've noticed a lot of them focus on heavily, and I've seen them like just do leg day like it's nothing while I'm over here suffering. I'm over here one day of leg day, I'm like, fuck
This is
me.
just too much for me.
Damn. But yeah.
Damn. All right, let me move on to the next one I got on the list here. But this is, I guess, a more unrealistic case. I mean, we brought up Broly. I'm bringing up Escanor. Okay, now I'm not talking about Escanor when he's tiny and he's not the same, where he's like not prideful. I'm talking about the one where he is prideful, where he is that nigga. He does not care. He will roast you on the spot. But when he transforms, when he's that big, I have to say that Escanor has one of the best physiques in all of anime. It's hard not to, you just can't disagree when you look at Escanor's body. You're like, wait a minute, damn, like, bro,
Like this man looked like he lives in the forest and chops off trees for fucking
the,
living. That's what.
exactly, yeah, yeah, and it's not even those small trees either. It's those big ass, those 100-foot trees back in the what's that place in the out west, all the way
Oh,
in the northwest.
oh, I know what you're
You know what
talking
I'm talking
about.
about? The
Damn,
crap, I forgot the name of the place. Y'all might know the place, but yeah, that's what Escanor be doing. He be going in that area and he be just chopping down those gigantic 100-foot trees for fun,
just for fun.
and then he doesn't even break a sweat either. He's just doot doot. That's how he works out. Doot. It's ridiculous. So when I'm seeing a body like that, I'm like, this guy right here, he belongs. Yeah, it's a cartoon, yeah, but it feels almost as if his body is like the most sought after body for a bodybuilder. Does that make sense?
It does make sense because not only does he have like the size and the definition, he has the freaking demeanor. I'm sorry, but like, let's be for real. His confidence is at an all time high. He's the type of person, the type of gym bro to be like, "The fuck are you doing? I'm tired. Who decided that? You decided that? But yeah, I decided. Nah, you're not tired.
Nah,
But can we take off the 10? Nah, don't take
nah.
off the 10. Actually, better yet, put on 20.
Put on 20.
Add an extra another 20. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, make it 50.
Do better.
Do better.
Do better. Otherwise, you're a disgrace. Like, basically what he would say. Which, honestly, yeah, I think that is what he would say. But, um, yeah, no, I think Escanor is like the peak goal for a bodybuilder. I mean, obviously you could bring Yujiro in this and this, but I think Yujiro is the more unrealistic body type, while Escanor is the more you could actually get to Escanor's physique. To be fair, his body is a little bit more lopsided towards the top end, where he has more mass up top and it's like a little bit less on the lower. But I think you can get pretty close to his body type.
Let me just gotta
Yeah, go ahead, put it in there. I
refamiliarize
mean, I'm gonna have it
myself
up on the
with.
episode so that way they can see it. But like, Escanor looked wild, dog. Especially when you're looking at him when he's got the axe on his shoulder and you see how big
Damn,
his, yeah,
damn, this dude is.
brolic.
Damn, this man built like a plum.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my lord. Like it's not even like an insult. It's just like you're like
It's not.
plump. Like you just, I don't know.
And I yeah, I'll go right there and say that. That's why I actually have him on my list of top five, but I'm gonna wait for later to bring up my top five. But what I will say is I'm gonna move on from Escanor to one more before I pass it back on to you. Sung Jin Woo is the next body type that I want to bring up here.
Mm,
Because I do think that he is the most sought after body type for any male, period. Now, I know that y'all might disagree here, but the reason why I'm saying this is because of his lean body. Okay. He
mm.
is not just sculpted, but he's also skinny. You know what I'm saying? He's not like, you don't really see like big arms. You just see a really sculpted physique, and he has strength in that body. And I have a feeling a lot of people they go after or they want to be
The sleeper build?
the sleeper build.
The sleeper
Thank you,
build.
the sleeper build. They want to be the sleeper build, and
Mm.
that's why I'm like, Sung he deserves to be in that top five only because of the fact that people want to be like that.
It could be the jawline too. Like
That too.
whenever you're out here, you're trying to be lean, cut, you want to lose all the the fat in your cheeks, and you want to have that defined, you know, jawline shit. Like a lot of people definitely want that little pointed chin. Like yo, yeah, let me
Pointed
add
chin.
that with the oh yeah, my chest poking out,
And he's got the V and he's got abs. Like
got the V
he's got it
shape.
all. Yeah. So I mean, there's another two lean sleeper builds that I also want to talk about. But I think Sunju is the one where everybody's like leading to it towards, oh, this is what I would call my perfection in
Mm,
my life. You know?
okay. Yeah, that's definitely something that a lot of people would like to attain. I'm pretty sure everyone has at least once thought about that. Like they thought about the bulking up and then being lean and getting that jawline
Mm-hmm.
specifically.
Yep.
Mm.
So what you got?
So what I got, let's get down to. I'm gonna put in a wild card here. I'm gonna go Grateful Buster. I mean, despite the fact that he practically
You
doesn't want to
know,
keep his clothes
I'm
on.
about to say, yeah, you see him shirtless all the time. So it's got to be a build that at least is somewhat sought after.
Yeah, like he looks like the guy that's stronger than you expect. I don't know how to properly describe it. Like it's just he he'll wear like a random shirt and out of nowhere take it off and you're like, what the fuck is on that?
Yeah, like where did you get that from?
Where did that even come from? I mean, I guess he's like a sleeper build too, but it's just more of like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of it's funny because there's a lot of buff guys. You know how when Makarov does his like little extra crazy buff thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even care too much about that because that's just like what the heck Makarov. Um, but this brings up the interesting question of like what's a better body? Like
Mm.
what's a stronger body actually? Because you could be lean and still stronger than somebody who's buff. So a bodybuilder or a lean build, like you know what I mean? Like you compare the two.
Um, I don't really know how to answer that. I feel like I've seen a couple of people be able to match reps in terms of like when it comes to heavy set people. Some people they match that same strength and energy because of the fact that most of their muscle or well their body is muscle.
True.
It's defined that way. So um it really just depends on I guess the person, how much training you got, and your form, and maybe just I don't know how hard you're willing to push. I guess I have
Yeah,
no idea how to
that's
answer that.
that. No, that's fair. To be fair, that answer is more of a realistic answer too, which makes sense. Obviously, it doesn't apply for anime space because anime space is all. It doesn't even count. Like literally in One Piece, the smallest guy could beat the biggest person. So,
Yeah, that
it
is
it
true.
don't yeah it don't really matter in the anime space. It really don't. Um, wait, let me see what I have. What do I have next? Oh, speaking of One Piece, let me just bring up Whitebeard,
Mm.
uh, because Whitebeard is
Hey,
absurdly big. He's another one of those, okay, this build should not be legal in real life. And it probably is not legal in real life because who the hell has the body the size of Whitebeard? My bro is like 20 feet tall.
why he built like a tea biscuit, bro? I don't understand. Like, wide as fuck.
Bro, he's wider. The good thing is that he's not as wide as my boy from from Fishman Island. He's not as wide as my boy from my dude the king.
Oh,
My
yeah.
dude the king crap, what's his name?
Wait, the
Neptune?
Neptune? Yeah.
Yeah. my bro Neptune, he's Whitebeard is not as wide as him. So
Yeah, Neptune, he just
no, that bro is just wide.
he's just
I
wide.
just bro is just like literally wide. Like how do you like a truckload wide? You know when it says wide load? That's him. Wide load. Because damn.
Shoulders wide as hell. I'm like,
But yeah,
what
but
the hell?
Whitebeard, he's wide, but he's got muscle. Like you know what I mean? Like he's got like defined muscle.
Yeah, you can say the same thing with oh, Kaido's wide as hell. Now I think about it. Shoot.
Uh yeah, but even though Kaido is wide, I don't know if because obviously he's wider than Neptune, but for some reason, because Kaido's body, the way it's defined, it doesn't feel because Neptune's got like a he goes like
Yeah,
you
he got the crescent
know
moon type
yeah
of shit.
yeah exactly he crescent and full moon like and then Kaido's like it's just like yeah, body but big you know what I mean like he's just
Hmm.
so I don't know but I do think that Whitebeard does have like one of those good iconic physiques that it's like oh he's so big old kind of like not really fat but just like he has muscle. Like there's no way he could slam his freaking uh what was it like a spear down onto the deck of his ship and shake like literally the entire area of Marineford. Like, bro, what kind of strength do you possess? But that's an anime.
That's that old man strength.
That yo facts.
That grown man strength be getting different. I promise you,
So
especially in basketball.
I wanted to bring up his physique simply because of the fact that he is that guy.
Hmm.
Um and one more before I pass it on to you, All Might.
Yes.
Okay. Now I had a little bit of a how do I say this? I had a little bit of a predicament trying to figure out how I wanted to frame All Might when it comes to physique in the top five. I did not put him in the top five only because I feel like his physique, like Whitebeard's, is a little bit more on the unique fantasy side. Because when he this is in the show, right? Obviously he's big in the beginning, but he ends up losing his power later on, right?
Hmm.
But when he does get bigger, I don't know if you noticed, but like bro really is massive. like bro really is huge.
He's
So when you're looking at All Might, you're like, how the how do you even fit all that muscle into that suit? You know what I'm saying?
he has that action figure type of physique angle.
Exactly. That's exactly the word I was looking for. An action figure type physique.
No,
And it's not even the good it's like the Johnny Bravo type physique that he got.
no. Yeah, that.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong, except for the fact that Johnny Bravo's got them short, stubby, not
Yeah,
really stubby, but his legs are way smaller than his big top.
yeah. I don't know what Johnny Bravo. You ain't gonna lie. You were smooth, but you were just lacking in
Yeah, yeah.
lacking in
Lacking
that.
down low, buddy. You need to get to leg day, brother. But yeah, I decided to bring it up because I feel like, when you think of a superhero in any of the anime space, any of the anime space, you think of All Might.
Hmm.
And he's known as the greatest superhero in the show, but his physique kind of fits that. Like he's so good, and people feel safe around him, not just because he smiles and this and all that, but I think it's his imposing presence because of the fact that he is as big as he is, but also as strong as he is. Like it fits.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Hmm.
And now I defer to you.
All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna go back to One Piece and let's get to Zoro.
That's a good one to bring up actually, because I actually had Zoro on my list. Go ahead.
Well, besides the fact that this man's trained is nonstop for no freaking reason, um,
Lifting weights that don't even they're like the size of the ship.
shits be the size of the ship. Be bigger than a freaking like the wheel on this ship. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm like, how in the world are you lifting weights that are bigger than the wheel of a ship?
when they go into like not submarine mode, but like when they're cruising on top of the surface of the water and paddles are going.
Mm-hmm.
Why is your weight bigger than that? Uh, what are
Bro
you
is literally like,
carrying?
and the weight's like literally so big that if he were to drop it, it would break the ship in half.
But
So how?
no, no. More importantly, where is he getting these weights from?
That's what I was, yo. Who's his provider? Where does Zoro get the weights from? The
Where you ordered these shits from, man?
Yeah, who creates the does he have a sponsorship with Kid? Like what?
I don't
Who creates
understand.
the weights?
This man can't even find his way for like if he were to walk somewhere and it's 100 feet, he would get lost within the first 50. So I'm so confused as to how in the world he even found a gym membership. Like, someone gotta explain that shit to me. How do you find a gym? How do you went over there and
But
said, yo, let me get yeah, those big giant ass barbells for we talking about for the Giants, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pass
uh,
me two of those.
it's got to be for the Giants. Like
It has to be.
how in the world are you using these dumbbells that are like 50 times your size? And how did you even get them on the like?
What?
How does it fit on the ship? How does it fit on the ship? What are we doing, Zoro? Oh my god.
Oh
Oh,
man.
oh my days, bro. I can't. That
Yeah.
shit is so funny.
Um, but anyway, he his physique has definitely developed over time, you know. Even before in the beginning, like he seemed like he was pretty well defined. It was just more like he was still skinny. He eventually realized his weakness, especially I feel like obviously it was
Mihawk and everything.
Mihawk. That was definitely the turning point that I started to notice. He put an emphasis on being able to endure pain, and that even grew even more when we got to sorry, why am I
To the bark.
Thoroughbark when it came to Luffy and being able to withstand that definitely showed you that he was gonna be able to have that mentality of like, hey, one, I'm not gonna lose. Two, I'm gonna keep my composure at all times. Three, I'm gonna be calm and collected and make rational decisions. And four, I'm going to train and be disciplined. The fact that you had those mentalities and you added that with your training regimen, yeah, you were bound to be like after the time skip, wide, stocky as fuck,
Hmm.
and also just brolic.
He did get way wider and way more stockier. You could tell, like, especially because his I believe he was wearing a was it a kimono? No, a hakama or something like that.
Mm,
Um, where it was like half of his chest was showing, or
yes.
was it like yeah, it was up and you could see the middle of his chest, you could see the scar. But when he was getting ready to fight, he would lower it and you'd see his full chest. So you'd see that he was way wider than he was before. But in addition to that, his muscles are defined almost, but not too defined. Like they were defined, but they weren't big. Like weren't like massive. You know what I mean? They were like almost like a swordsman. How do you define a swordsman's body? You need to be nimble. You can't be stocky if you're a swordsman because how are you going to be able to handle really fast swords in a sword fight?
Mm. I feel like he put a lot of strength, well, obviously into his sword swings as well, but like a lot of strength that has been infused into his arms and chest, and then even his legs too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like he went overall, but he focused mostly on limbs and chest. And that seemed like the key point for the most
No,
part.
that makes sense. Yeah. Zoro does have one of those sleeper builds where it's like I would say that it's a sought after body. Like you could see a body like that in real life without a doubt. Um, hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we came across swordsmen when we go to Japan later this year that are
Yo,
like stuff like him.
we
um,
gonna we gonna come across them for
oh, I'm
sure.
sure. Facts. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's all you. That's it for Zoro.
Yeah, that's it for Zoro.
What's next?
I got. Hmm. We're gonna go Maki from both Makis. We're gonna go Maki from Fire Force and Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Both Makis.
Both of them, because the Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen, we saw like obviously from the beginning, like definitely really good physique too, but afterwards,
Later on,
yeah, she built. Yeah, she a problem.
brother,
Shoulders got wider. Did not give two fucks. Biceps got wider.
bro, wiped out the whole Zenian clan like it was nothing.
Wiped out everyone like it was nothing. Basically is I'm her. Basically said I'm
She
her.
is her.
because she is her.
She
Oh
is
my
her.
goodness.
God damn.
Um, with Maki from Fire Force, she was just brolic to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
out the jump.
Yep.
Literally looked like she was from the military, which I mean made sense since her father was a military person. Like
Exactly.
it was just like, what in the world? She's just wide too, built like a rugby player or some shit. Like or either that or soccer or something. Like I don't know why. Just had like a wide base. The torso was just chiseled. And the biceps were bigger than mine. Like
Her biceps were pretty big too. They were, yeah, I'd say they're pretty
and
big.
my shits ain't even big, but like still. Oh man. But yeah.
No,
Those two.
I agree. No, I think those both Makis, pinnacle of female physique. I feel like any woman would want to be like them without a doubt. Uh, whew, dang. Um, yeah, no, I'm gonna continue with mine. Hold on.
Mm.
So I got another one I consider a sleeper, as actually two, three of them that I consider sleepers, right? So first I got Mike Guy. Um, the reason why I say this is a sleeper build with Mike Guy is because I'm gonna be real here, guys. Mike Guy does not look brolic at all. Okay, he's wearing a green suit. He looks like he's basically Slenderman, but not really. Obviously, Slenderman is slender and more slender than him, but he's flimsy. He looks flimsy just from looking at him.
He looks like
He might be thicker than what are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of a Zumba instructor. That's what I'm
A
thinking
Zumba instructor. Yeah, yeah, he looks like a Zumba instructor. It You don't really see any of his muscles when you're just seeing him in day-to-day life. I mean, it's the same thing with Rock Lee. You don't really see those muscles, but once it's time to get down and dirty, it don't matter if you don't see the muscles. Clappage
of.
happens.
You won't see these hands.
And
That's what you
yeah,
want to see.
exactly. So that's the reason why I say sleeper bills, because the two of them train like no tomorrow. And you've seen some of their physiques when they do when you don't see the green stuff, when the green outfit is off, you do see the physiques and you do see how toned they are and how important their body is to taijutsu.
Mm.
So I think that deserves to be like in the sleeper build category, where it's like, all right, I want to be like that, but I don't want to be stocky. I want to be just right. And
Mm.
that also stretches onto the next one I have, which is Mash Burn Dead from Mashal.
Mm.
Mashal, same thing, considering the fact that he is in a magic society, but he has no magic. He's literally just pure muscle. But you don't really see that muscle when he's wearing his outfits.
Yeah.
And to be fair, he's only really walking around in his garb, which is supposed to be their uniform, right? But aside from that, like you'll see when he takes it off when he's training,
Yeah.
and you're like, where did that body come from?
And puts on one compression shirt and all of a sudden turns into freaking Red Hulk. Like I'm so confused.
Exactly. So I had to add that to the list for sure because, bro, it literally is Hulk, but compressed, compressed Hulk. Call him that. Um, and then the third one, this is another one that I want to say. This is probably the sleepiest sleeper of sleeper builds, which is Levi from Attack on Titan. Um, I bring this up
Yeah.
because Levi literally, you can tell by looking at him, he's small, he's on the smaller side, but he's nimble, but he's very skinny. Okay. You could tell by looking at him. But just because he's skinny doesn't mean he doesn't have any muscles. You look at him and you're like, hold on a second. This guy might actually be dangerous.
Yeah. Even from the beginning though, like when you go to his backstory, like he was skinny. He was like, wasn't he feeding for food? Like, wasn't
He
he
was.
like
He was starving.
he was starving? So you see that comeback, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Like to
Big
be
change.
skin and bones and to just now you got some muscle on you, like that's crazy. That's a crazy journey.
It is. And that's why I had to add him on here. Because it honestly, it does deserve to be called out. Um, there are two more sleepers I have, but I'm gonna wait and let you get take care of what you got on your list.
Okay. I'm just run through a couple that I wanted to mention, and that was let me see, one, two, three, four. Okay, four. There's one person I forgot to mention from the dark skin. baddie with thick thighs, Yoruichi.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yoruichi needed to be mentioned. I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry. I
god. Cause
forgot. Those are
but
three pillars, but forgot, bro.
I'm glad you brought her up though, because like
Come on now. Come on now. You thought I was gonna bring her up? Hmm?
especially because Bleach starts this month.
Bleach starts this month. You really thought I was gonna bring her up?
Bleach
That's
History
my
Month.
dog.
Bleach History Month is crazy. Um, yeah, no, that you brought her up for a good reason.
Yes. She is well defined. Obviously very active. Actively uses her hands consistently. Obviously, she's not just only hand to hand combat, but the fact that she boxes everyone like it's hand to hand combat
Hmm.
and still whoops your ass, regardless of what you're using, yeah, you might as well go ahead and call it a day. Thighs are well defined. Even though it seems like she's not built up top, she is. Best believe
Oh, hell
she
yeah.
really is. Okay. Um, with the animation itself doesn't make her arms like very very stocky, but it's just still the definition is there.
Definition, but still skinny. Like she's got that graceful I won't say princessy because that's more of a soy phone kind of thing,
Mm,
but almost empress like. Obviously, she's supposed to mimic a cat. Cats really, yeah, cats can be thick, and you know that, right? But like, she's supposed to be a nimble cat, so you wouldn't really see her have any sort of excess muscle on her that makes her slower than she already is. Um,
mm,
damn, we're in for a treat this season because we get to see her form, brother,
that's true.
brother. I'm
If it makes you feel any better, it already ended a marriage. So there's that.
it already ended the marriage is crazy.
Yep.
Well,
Mm. Let me continue. So we got. I'm gonna mention from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Uh, I'm gonna go Korra, and I'm also gonna go Toph.
tough. Okay.
Main reason why I want to go Toph because I feel like that. I mean, both even the kid version seemed like they were just. I'm sorry, just way out like classing people in terms of like strength, mobility, and like and just awareness. But also, I'm pretty positive that kid is built.
Oh, 100%.
I'm sorry, but like, there's no way that kid is not built. Also, there's the fact that even in like her adult form, she probably is in good top freaking shape because
I
her
yeah.
daughters were in freaking
uh,
top shape.
Yeah. No, I what's it called? Because you're bringing up Korra, right? But like, I didn't watch the movie yet, obviously, because
Yeah, I
it,
didn't
it
watch
got
the
leaked.
movie.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be coming out like the end of this month on Paramount Plus. I don't plan on watching it on Paramount Plus, but I plan on watching it elsewhere once it actually finally officially comes out. Um, and I'm like, just looking at the anime from, and then looking at the movie and the trailer and everything. I'm like, so so tough. What you been doing? What you been doing there, buddy? You little.
Hmm.
But she's an earthbender, so it kind of makes sense. She needs to have that base, that foundation. Um, Obviously, for earthbenders, it's less of being muscular, and more of being, like I said, that strong foundation. You don't need muscle to be a strong foundation. You just have to build it. Kind of like the equivalent of you're fighting somebody in, let's just say it's a tournament, and you're able to knock them down easily. Why did you do that? How could you do that? But probably because their core was not strong, their foundation wasn't strong. So it's along those lines, right?
Yeah, core does help with form and balance. So you not having that proper core can also affect how you react to certain things, but also whenever you throw a punch, you ever think about that? You throw a punch and then someone like slightly tilts you off. What's gonna happen? You gonna slip and fall? You gonna fall forward? People gotta think about these things though. I said that from the jump. Like
Hmm.
as much as people get big and stocky and like buff, if your core is trash, it's not gonna help you in the long run when it comes to doing a lot of these good sets. That's why people gotta do core. I myself gotta do core, and That's exactly why when we look at these builds, I try to look also at the core itself to see, okay, did you apply that with your big muscles, or did you just want to get big just because, just
Mm,
because?
hmm.
That's it. Um, I also have another one. Last one I'm going to mention. Oh, I had two.
Go ahead.
Biscuit from Hunter x Hunter.
Biscuit.
Oh yeah, a little nice, short, and adorable person. No, no, no. She's a monster. She built like Crimson Chin, dog.
Yo, facts.
Like, I'm sorry, but why is she so brolic? Hmm?
Literally massive.
Literally belongs in JoJo Bizarre Adventures, just from how brolic she is.
Yeah, I should have put somebody from JoJo on the list too. Now I think about it, but honestly, most people from JoJo can be put on the list
Yeah,
for physique.
they can definitely be put on the list for sure.
But yeah, no, at Biscuit. Oh yeah.
Thighs are well defined, and like, I'm looking like body proportion wise. It looks like her thighs are like longer than her torso, but
Hmm.
sorry, well, legs are longer than torso, but the thighs are look like freaking shields. I'm sorry, but they look like shields. That's how defined it is. Like, I'm sorry, you got it, bro. You got it. And don't even get me started on the arms. What the fuck's going on? You have those arms, those big ass arms, and I think does she have gloves?
I think she did have gloves.
She had gloves, right?
I
Let
think.
me just
Double
double
check.
check this
Double
because
check. Yeah, I think she did have gloves. Since you're talking,
she did.
she did, right? Since you're talking about Hunter x Hunter, I just wanted to
What
bring
the
up. Oh my days! Just looking at her picture, I'm like,
become the
dog,
Mario gal at this point, okay?
become the Mario
Become the
gal.
Mario gal.
Since we're talking about Hunter x Hunter, I wanted to bring up Gon, but not because of Gon, and his kid form. I'm talking about the form that was brought up by Pito herself, the one form that he basically evolved into once he realized he can get revenge for Kite's death. That form looks ridiculous. Going in his adult state, I guess you can call it, was insane. I'm like, who is this nigga? And then out of nowhere, locks in and destroys the clap out of her, bro.
That was filthy.
Nasty. But just physique, we're looking for physique here, right? But just looking at the physique of Gon's adult form, it's like, so
Yeah.
why couldn't you do this before? Now let me stop. Like, this is a build that I think a lot of people would be interested in obtaining.
Yes.
Um, Now, would I call it a realistic build? I mean, honestly, I'll let you guys really decide. Look at the picture, really think and see if that's something that you would strive for. Um, there's a lot of attachment with Gon's transformation, obviously. And Hunter x Hunter is supposed to be getting back into business. I don't know if you heard. Um,
Hmm.
so I'm curious to see if there's going to be any time skips to where Gon does have like a future where he is maybe not the exact size of that, but has more of a physique that's related to that, given his age. Like if he's like this age, like what would he look like, et cetera, et cetera. Um, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up since you were talking about Hunter x Hunter.
Hmm. Thank you. I have one more. Um.
Since you have one more before you go,
Oh yeah, yeah. By all means, go.
I have a few more. Okay,
Oh, whoa. We got a few more
yeah.
in the
So that's why
vault.
I want to get through them. So
Okay.
the two of them from the same show, both sleeper builds technically, but not really. I think Saitama's more of a sleeper build, but I'm putting him in there for a reason because
Okay.
you don't really see his muscles. He's wearing the suit the entire time, and he's
Hmm.
punching, punching, punching. He's one punch man, so he's punching everything. But you don't really see like a big, unless he's doing like a serious punch or he's like squeezing his fist or his hand into a fist. Do you see like a muscle tense up and you're like, oh wait, he does have muscles. But like most of the time, you don't really see too much of Saitama's muscles when he's over here, punching people. So I
Yeah.
think he does have a sleeper build. Now, when he's in his, I don't know if you remember this, but when he's doing his training for, this is before he even became a hero. He was, I believe, was in shorts, and was he in a shirt or was he no shirt? I think it was shirtless. I can't remember, but that's when you could see his build. You're like, whoa, this man's body is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's when it's like, okay, that's a body that I feel like a lot of people would try to aim to get, because it looks like something you could obtain. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
it's lean and it looks dope. Garo is the other one I'm trying to bring up from the same universe, because his body is symmetrical. Like you could tell by looking at it. To be fair, he also kind of looks like he's a freaking bug. Loki looks like he should be in Sung Jin Woo's era, you know,
Oh man.
like he's Beru's brother. Um, but I think that his build is also really really good and really sought after, um, because he's lean, sleeper
Yeah.
build, but he's also not like he's strong, but at the same time he's not stocky, but he's just got a lot of definition in his muscles. Um, and then in addition to those two, right, I have two from Bleach that I wanted to mention, and a one from JJK. So the two from Bleach, Kenpachi
Mm.
and Yamamoto.
Mm.
So I know that y'all are like, wait, Yamamoto, what are you talking about? Because he kind of looks like he's, when you see his body, kind of looks like he's a little old. But I don't know if you remember when that bro locked in, bro's muscles, they did a 360, 180, 360. Those, you're like, what's going on here, Yamamoto? I thought you were old. Psych. No, no, do not disrespect Yamamoto in this household.
No Yamanoto, but disrespect. None.
I mean, obviously,
None at all.
you're not gonna be trying to attain his level of physicality because he's an old man. But if you're watching the show and you're an old man, I bet you that's gonna be that's gonna be one of them. You're gonna have him. You're gonna have Master Roshi, and you're gonna
Hmm.
and you're gonna have what's his name from Hunter x Hunter, Netero.
Oh yeah.
So, oh, and other dude from Solo Leveling, the old guy,
Oh
the S Hunter.
yeah.
Yeah, crap, I forget his name. But it would be those guys, those old dudes. So I decided to bring it up. Kentachi, the reason why I brought him up is because even though he has more of like a longer build, like his torso, like everything seems to be longer, and he looks big, but he's actually quite skinny. If you compare him to like other big people, he's quite skinny, but he's just strong. And he has muscle definition, but he's just strong. It's funny because like when you see him fighting, I think it's either Ichigo or he's fighting somebody else. His cloak eventually does come off, and it's just his torso, and you do see the definition in his body. You're like, what the heck? And he's got his Zanpakuto in his right hand, or is it left hand? Um, and you're like, damn, this guy's got a body. He could do it. He could do it. He's probably gonna kill him, and obviously it doesn't happen. But um, and the last one that I wanted to bring in was Toji from
Oh.
JJK, because I think
Told
Toji might be one of, if not the top most sought after body of men, period, because of how perfectly symmetrical his body seems, if that makes sense. Like the way his torso and the length of his legs are matched up, and the fact that he has this muscle symmetry that sort of protrudes out, but at the same time doesn't seem like an overextension. I
Mm.
think that's the reason why Toji is one of those like well sought after physiques.
Okay, in terms of like protruding.
No, just like body in general, like because of the let me see if I can get you a picture so I can show you. If you look at
Because I'm
Toji,
thinking like, yeah, he is pretty
so
symmetrical.
look at let's look at the shirt one. Okay, so you're looking at his body, right? And it's like the the chest, the abs, the muscle tone, everything you could see through his shirt. Okay, there's not many anime characters that there are, but this one specifically has a strict design that is perfectly symmetrical, almost. If you look at the abs, if you look at the chest, and if you look at the shoulders.
Mm.
It's one of those lean sleeper builds because he's not buff, but he is. You know what I mean? That's why I give him the almost the Baki treatment too, because Baki's the same way.
Hmm. So he's not like beefy, but he's toned.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it looks like he's beefy, but he's really not. And honestly, all the girls are trying to,
I
and
understand.
bro's like literally on the top of their list for a reason. So I guess it makes sense. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I'm gonna pass it back to you for your last one.
I'm gonna go back to the fairy tale route and say Elfman.
Oh, that's a good one to bring up.
Yes, because when they did that training arc for the Magic Games, he really bulked the fuck up.
Yes, he did. Bro
He
was massive.
he was massive. I'm talking
Bro was Frankie massive.
Frankie massive type of literally Frankie massive. Like he literally looked like Frankie, but without the freaking mechanical arms.
Yeah.
So I feel like he definitely took his training seriously and decided to go for that. Okay, we're gonna max produce these muscles as much as possible. Train diet was probably crazy. I always wonder like how much you have to eat to literally get that bulky.
Oh, facts.
You have to eat a lot,
A lot.
and obviously you got to work out a lot. So like it's a weird dynamic that you have to consider whenever it comes to like, oh, I want to build muscle mass. You got to be able to add in the perfect diet for it to um help you obtain that, along with the perfect training regimen. What reps are we doing? We doing 3 sets of freaking 20 with lighter weights, or are we doing like uh 3 sets of 8 with heavy ass weights,
Mm.
stuff like that. But then the rest would be more
Right.
on the heavy intensier ones, while the one with the endurance, your rest would be like 30 to 60 seconds, stuff like that.
Hmm. Okay. No, no. I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yeah, this was a good one.
No, this is a good episode. What I want to do real quick is this is this list is pretty big that we made. If I were to have like a top five, my top five would be Baki, uh Sung right? Escanor,
Hmm.
Broly, and Yujiro Hama. So there's two from Baki on there. The reason why I added Yujiro on there is because his is iconic. His is unique. And Broly same for the same reason. Iconic and unique, but Yujiro more so. Obviously Broly more so, but not because of his body, but more so because of his name. There's a reason why they call him Brolic. I mean, they call people Brolic because of Broly. That's not because they didn't make this up, guys. It's Broly. Brolic, Broly.
Broly.
There.
Wop, wop.
And Yujiro Hama with the back.
Yeah.
The back, it's got to be the most unique and signifying, like defining feature of his body,
Mm.
which signifies his strength. I think that's just absurd to the point where it just is like, yeah, you just here take the spot. And the other three that I put on that list, the reason why they're there is because I feel like they're bodies that would be sought after in real life, but also look really good and unique in anime.
Mm.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not too bad.
not too bad at all. All right, you ready to close for today?
Yes, I am. This was a very great episode. I wanted to thank you guys for listening, tuning in. Um, be on the lookout for more episodes on ahead, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in and bringing in your comments. Please let me know what you think would be the best physique that you would want to obtain. What anime character would you think about? Whether it's V shaped or you want to be built like freaking a cow, but like, hey, listen, I appreciate the feedback. Just let us know in the comments, and we will be out with a new episode soon.
Yes, sir, we will.
Hmm.
All right, like and subscribe, y'all. We will catch y'all on the flippity dip.
Indeed.
Deuces.